guys, and welcome back. I'm Pascal Marchev and this is Chef's Choice. It has been an eventful evening last night with Heat 1 of Adal and the second semi-final of Destination Eurovision. Of course there were other shows as well, but they are hard to follow or I haven't yet listened to their songs. I will try to make a video about my favorites from Lithuania when the 4 heats are through. Also there has been an announcement about a very confusing rule change in Sweden's Melody Festival that I talk about in a separate video. If you're interested in that, you find the video up here. But let's talk very quickly about France and Hungary and what was surprisingly good or surprisingly bad. I probably can't do a reaction video to the shows every week, but today I've got the time and thought why not. I'll start with Hungary's Adal. As a quick reminder, this was my top 10 of all the 30 contestants. Yesterday 4 of them competed in Heat 1, 3 made it through along with 3 others that I wasn't a big fan of before. The one song I lost was Wasted. And I have to agree, although I love the music, he just isn't ready for this, which I expected, as I said in my top 10 video. He was a lot better than in another live performance that I saw, but still it just wasn't good enough vocally, especially the failed harmonies with Barney's bandmate. So I wasn't too surprised he didn't make it through, but I'm happy that all my other favorites made it. Ktheju made everything right in my opinion. This form of staging fits the song, the vocals were on point, so I'm positively surprised and it makes me like the song even more. Denise with Ide Varna Gvica that I had on place 2 in my list just based on the song, on the other hand was a bit disappointing. It felt a little amateurish and not on the same level as others, so it's no surprise to me that it fell through the jury votes and had to be saved by the public. And the last out of my 3 qualifiers, Madar Repul, was not at all what I expected. I still love this song completely and his vocals were fantastic. I was just hoping for a much more contemporary staging. The song feels so fresh and innovative, but the staging takes away all of that. I think Gergő is great. He's got a lot of expression in his face. I just wished he moved just a little bit during the performances. He felt too static yesterday. So I hope they freshen the whole staging up until the semi-finals, then it would be fantastic. Out of the 3 acts that I didn't have in my top 10 before, Gergő Ola with Hossad Büyük was the best surprise. I still don't think it's the right choice for Tel Aviv, but it's a beautiful song, a very handsome singer and a great performance, so I'm happy he made it through. Now let's move west and talk about Destination Eurovision. First of all, the biggest surprise were the divas, hands down. I had them on my last place because I don't like the song. I knew that it will feel like a disco cover band and I still think that's the case, but what I didn't expect was how entertaining it would be. What they are doing, they're doing brilliantly, but it's just not an act for Eurovision 2019 in my opinion. But they deserved making it to the final. How Duco made it through though is a miracle for me. Other than that, there were no huge surprises, but it all doesn't matter because in my opinion, I still think it should and will all be decided between Simone and Bilal Hassani. They are clearly the best songs. Simone's performance yesterday wasn't perfect by all means, because I would like to see more emotion in her face and there were vocal issues as well, but it's still a really beautiful song and I guess she was quite nervous and held herself together until after the song where she let the emotions out. But if it were up to me to decide, I would still send Bilal Hassani to Tel Aviv. So overall I can live with all the decisions that have been made in France and Hungary yesterday. But what do you think? Are you disappointed about some acts or positively surprised? Tell me everything in the comments. For now, thank you so much for watching and I see you soon. Bye.